Have you ever noticed how some advice just never gets old?
Oh, yeah.
Like, those sayings that have been passed down for centuries? Well, turns out some of them are really worth unpacking. And that's exactly what we're doing today. We're diving into Proverbs chapter 2,
Interesting.
a chapter that's all about making those tough choices in life.
Right.
And figuring out how to navigate, the right path for yourself. So we're going to unearth some of those timeless gems hiding in this ancient text and see how they apply to us today.
That sounds great.
One thing that really struck me when I was reading through Proverbs chapter 2 was how wisdom is portrayed.
Right.
It's not just something you stumble upon. It's not just lying around waiting to be discovered.
You have to work for it.
Yeah, you have to actively seek it out.
Exactly.
And you can see this in the first few verses 1 through 5, which are packed with action verbs.
Like what?
Accept, store up, turn, apply, call out, cry aloud, look, search.
Wow, you really did your homework.
Well, these verses paint this picture of a relentless pursuit, almost like a treasure hunt.
I love that, yeah.
And I think that's what's so powerful about Proverbs. It uses that image of a treasure hunt because it's something that we all can relate to.
That desire to find something precious.
Right. Something worth striving for, you know.
Exactly.
And Proverbs is saying that wisdom is that treasure.
I like that.
But then the question is, well, why?
Right.
What are the rewards of going on this treasure hunt for wisdom?
Yeah. What do you get out of it?
And that's where verses 6 through 9 come in.
Okay.
Because they lay out exactly what you can gain.
Okay, like what?
Understanding, knowledge, success, protection, righteous living.
Wow.
It's like this blueprint for a fulfilling life.
It really is, yeah.
It's interesting to think about how these rewards that Proverbs talks about connect to the things that we desire today.
Absolutely.
We all want success, right?
In a world that feels more and more uncertain, chaotic. Yeah.
We're all striving for that.
Right.
But Proverbs is saying that true success isn't just about ambition or hustle. It's deeply intertwined with wisdom.
I think that's a really important point.
And then verse 9 gets even more specific. It gives us an actual promise.
A promise.
Yeah, it says, then you will understand what is right and just and fair, every good path.
So it's like Proverbs is giving us a compass.
Yeah, like an inner compass to help us navigate all those tough choices we face in life.
Because we all face them.
Have you ever had that gut feeling about something?
Oh, yeah, all the time.
Almost like an instinct is guiding you toward what you should do. I think that's what internalized wisdom is.
It's interesting you say that because in verses 10 and 11, we see that wisdom isn't just about knowing a lot of facts. It's about becoming who you are. It enters your heart, it's pleasant to your soul, it guides you, like it becomes part of your very being.
And I think that's what Proverbs is trying to get across.
Yeah.
That wisdom isn't just about knowledge, but it's about internalizing that knowledge and letting it transform you.
I agree.
Now, here's where things get a little more intense.
Okay.
Proverbs doesn't shy away from the dangers that are out there in the world.
Like what kinds of dangers?
Well, verses 12 to 19 talk about how wisdom protects you from wickedness.
Okay.
Perverse words, crooked paths.
So basically bad influences.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And if we think about it in today's terms, you could say wisdom helps us filter out all that misinformation.
Right, which there's so much of.
And resist those harmful ideologies.
Yes, that's a good point.
And navigate those toxic relationships that can really pull us down.
It's so fascinating to think about these ancient concepts from Proverbs and apply them to the challenges we face today.
I know, it's amazing how relevant they still are.
Yeah.
Because Proverbs is saying that wisdom helps us discern truth from falsehood.
Yeah.
Good from evil.
Right.
And that ability is more crucial now than ever.
With everything we see online and in the media.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And it's interesting because these verses even get pretty specific about the dangers of adultery.
It's important to remember the historical context, but I think the broader message is about the consequences of our actions.
Right.
Our choices have ripple effects, and Proverbs is saying that wisdom guides us toward the kind of choices that lead to a flourishing life,
Yeah, exactly.
not destruction and brokenness.
And I think this brings us to the idea of legacy,
What we leave behind.
Yeah, because verses 20 through 22 draw this really powerful contrast
Between
the upright who live in the land and the wicked who were cut off.
And the land can be seen metaphorically, right?
Yeah, definitely.
Not just as a physical place, but as representing a life of flourishing.
Yes,
a life that is full and meaningful.
And Proverbs suggests that a life rooted in wisdom will leave a lasting and positive impact.
A legacy worth having.
So it all comes full circle.
Back to the beginning.
Wisdom takes effort,
Right.
but the rewards are worth it. A life of purpose, understanding, positive influence.
And this is just one chapter in a book brimming with these nuggets of wisdom.
Yeah, we've only just scratched the surface.
There's so much more to explore.
So I want to leave you with a little challenge.
Okay, I like a challenge.
Pick up a copy of Proverbs yourself
Okay.
and see what resonates with you.
Mm-hmm.
Each chapter offers unique insights.
Okay.
Maybe start with chapter 3.
Chapter 3.
It's all about trusting in a higher power
Interesting.
and how that can really make a difference in your life.
Sounds good.
Remember, seeking wisdom is a lifelong journey,
It is.
and you've got all the tools you need to start that journey.
Great advice. I think I'll take it.
I think we all should.
Yeah, me too.
Thanks for joining me on this hame dive into Proverbs chapter 2.
It was my pleasure. Really enjoyed it.